We will fire a lot of highlights right at you, so run for that favorite spot as you won't want to miss a thing. You will celebrate the wins, and we promise to leg everything out. High fives all around. Guess you're up and give us a shout out.
Come on.
We will show you all the hops and of course all the swings. Nothing but the green. Sports Night is next.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sportsnight. I'm Joe Young.
And I'm Howie Shapiro, and boy, do we have a jam-packed show tonight.
We do. We took a little bit of a hiatus last week. We did not have a chance to get any video, but that means this week we jam-packed it full of stuff. We have 2 weeks of stuff to talk about, and that's the end of the season for a couple of programs into playoffs.
Yep.
Everything is going on. We're going to start with baseball, kind of fly through a couple of scores. First, against Centennial on Tuesday, the 16th. The Cardinals lost to Centennial 5-3. Dial the Wall and Avery Lehman had home runs. Nick Lackinen drove in a couple of runs, but the Cardinals... Actually, I think the Cardinals, well, they're 5 RBI there. So the Cardinals actually win 5-3 is what I had meant to say. And then on Thursday, the 18th, the Cardinals did lose to Armstrong in 10 innings. That one I got right. Caleb Ness went 3 for 6 with a run scored. Nick Lackinen 2 for 5, double, an RBI and a run. McCoy Merkel was perfect at the plate, 2 for 2. Olson and Lawal also had 2-hit efforts. Cardinals traveled to Castle Field in Anoka last Tuesday for the regular season finale, taking on the Tornadoes under the lights. Anoka was red hot, winning 8 of their previous 9 and sitting in 3rd place in the Northwest Suburban. Cardinals needed something positive to build confidence going into the postseason, and they got it by battling to the bitter end in an outstanding pitcher's duel. Cardinals starter Bryce Peterson was solid. He allowed base runners in every inning, but he didn't let anyone get past 3rd. He gave up 4 hits and 4 walks in 5 of the 3rd innings. Anoka's Trent Palmer was perfect through the first 3 innings, only allowed 1 base runner until the 6th. Nick Lackinen comes off the bench to break up the no-hitter, single to left and scores Jackson Bates with the game's first run. Tyler George up next, grounds to 3rd. The throw is down the line and gets past the first baseman. Robert Morissette and Lackinen both score on Anoka's 2nd error of the inning, and the Cardinals lead 3-0. Peterson started the 6th, comes out, nothing but a thing, gets his 9th strikeout of the game. Then he turns it over to Nick Harold and Avery Lehman to preserve the shutout. Cardinals had just 3 hits. Their starting lineup was shut out until Lehman's RBI double in the 7th. That scored John Olson, but the Cardinals still score the 4-0 win. And a fun game to be a part of. Huge win for the Cardinals, a fun game to be a part of. You felt a little bad for their pitcher who was so strong to end up being on the losing end of it, but a fun win and a much needed win for the Cardinals going into the playoffs. The Cardinals went in as the number 4 seed, and they got Totino in the first round, and the Eagles flew away with the upset on Friday, beating the Cardinals 5-1. The Cardinals just not able to get the bats going. Avery Lehman went 2 for 3. There are your other 3 hits, just 5 hits on the ledger for the Cardinals in the first round of the playoffs.
Well, the 5-4A tournament continued on Monday. The Cardinals in the second chance bracket a lot earlier than they were hoping, but they get a favorable matchup. The ace-seeded Spring Lake Park Panthers had just 4 wins this season and were routed by Champlin Park in the opening round. Cardinals took advantage to get a little spring back toward the title game. Coon Rapids starter Bryce Peterson gave up a run in the top of the first, but he gets it right back in the bottom half of the drive to left center. Avery Lehman will score from second, and they're going to even the score at 1 apiece. They weren't done in the first. John Olson with a line drive to left center. That gets Morissette to the plate to put the Cardinals in the lead. Well, and that lead just keeps growing. Morissette with a little blooper to left field in the 3rd. Great hustle coming up here, and a nice slide by Tyler George to score. Coon Rapids added a crooked number at each inning. This run made it 7-1. Pearson pitched 4 innings for the win. Gave up just 1 run in the first inning. He had 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. Bottom 5 bases loaded for John Olson. You're going to see coming up here. He's going to clear them. Another shot to the gap. Lehman scores, Morissette does too, and Peterson will round all the way from first to end the game early. It's a walk-off triple for Olson. He was 4 for 4 with 4 RBI. Cardinal gets hits from almost the entire lineup in a 12-2 rout of the Panthers. Nice win. Nice way to come back after that opening loss.
Yeah, the big question is, can they keep the bats going? That has been their struggle all season long. Hopefully they didn't use up all their runs. They're going to need them. It's a tough climb back into that bracket. Now, 2 teams remain undefeated in the double elimination tournament. These teams trying to get back to challenge for that spot. Coon Rapids will face number 2 seed Mounds View on Wednesday and try and get to CHS Field on Friday. Irondale drop down and they will get Totino Grace. So
we'd love to see him there on Friday, no question.
We would. We would not be able to do Wednesday's game at Wintercrest, but should they advance to Friday's game at CHS, Howie?
We'll be there.
All right, softball team finished up the regular season with a spurt of games. Centennial on Tuesday. Cardinals lose 5-0 to the Cougars, and again, a team that just couldn't get hits. They had 6 walks and struck out 12 times in the game. Kayla Thoen, actually respectable numbers, but the Cardinals gave her no support. On Thursday, the Cardinals win a tight one over Armstrong 5-4. Sam Loam was 3 for 4, scored all 3 times. Julia Byrne 2 for 3 with a double, a couple RBI. Cameron Schmelzer scored twice. Sam Lum pitched the distance, got the win with 9 hits and 4 runs allowed. On Friday, the 19th, Cardinals lose to Anoka 5-1. The Tornadoes, one of the top teams in the conference, and they showed why in the regular season finale. Well, despite their little skid at the end of the regular season, the Cardinals earned a high seed for the section tournament, hosted the first round last Thursday. St. Francis came in a few games under 500, and they'd struggled down the stretch, but it didn't take long for them to show they would be a formidable foe. Cardinals, unfortunately, found themselves in a big hole early and couldn't find a way out. Saints start super fast. Kylie Merschel with a single to left that scores Haley Hockenleibel with the game's first run. First 8 batters of the inning reached base safely, and St. Francis is able to get 5 to the plate. Ella Leipzig's drive to center was one of 5 hits in the inning. Allie Mathwig scores. Cardinals able to get 2 outs at the plate in the inning. Still, they trail by 5 before ever getting to hit. Coon Rapids gets one back in the bottom half. Kennedy Kerr with a single to right that will plate Sam Lum, keeping the Cardinals' hopes alive. Saints had another big inning, though, in the third. Kylie Bergman's 2-run double, part of a 4-run effort for St. Francis. That pushed their lead to 9-1. And they really punctuated the pummeling with a pair of round trips that would end the game early in the 6th. Leipzig with the first, a 2-run shot to straightaway center that made it 11-2. Don't get too comfortable in the dugout, ladies, because they were back out to congratulate Sydney Bolter. She put the baby to bed with another bomb to center. This one with 2 runners on base. Saints hammer the Cardinals 14-2, the final. And, your 4-5 matchup is always a tough one.
Always, but
you don't expect it to be lopsided that way
and then
on
early,
either
for sure.
side.
No question.
Well, the Cardinals were able to bounce back, beating 8th-seeded Andover 4-3. Abby Graham and Jade Gomez each 2 for 3 with an RBI. Meg Scheck was 1 for 3, hit a triple in that one. Sam Lum got the win on the mound, but the Cardinals then ran into the same team that ended their season last year, Blaine Bengals. They get blanked by Blaine. Sam Lum, 2 for 2. Cameron Schmelzer, 1 for 2. But Cardinals just, again, not enough offense to try and compete with the team putting up those kind of numbers. Here's a look at what remains in that tournament. Anoka and Forest Lake will battle for a chance to advance in the Section 4A tournament in softball.
Yeah, mild upset. Now Blaine losing as the 2 seed.
Well, the tennis team finished off the regular season with a Oh, no, this was the start. They had finished off the regular season and were waiting for seeds last time we did a show when the lights went out. They got that seed. They the number 4 seed. They hosted 13th seeded St. Francis in the first round, and they got the handy victory, winning 6-1.
Well, the win meant the Cardinals got to host a quarterfinal match on Tuesday, and they welcomed a very familiar foe to Pivot Courts. Coon Rapids beat Anoka 5-2 during the regular season, but that was quite a while ago, and both teams have grown since. The Tornadoes handled Princeton in the first round of the tournament and came in looking for a little bit of payback. Both Anoka wins in the first meet came at doubles. Hard to match the Cardinals' top team of Aaron Bauer and Nate Bai, though. The top-seeded duo in the section dominate as they go to a win 6-2, 6-0. Adam Boyum and Hunter Sanders, the second doubles team for Coon Rapids in the far court. Strong play at the net for the point, but Boyum and Sanders lose 2-6, 2-6. Brad Crotty and Tyler Hewitt playing third doubles. Good teamwork to get the winner down the middle here, but they also lose by a score of 1-6, 4-6. Back to the top of the singles order, Drew Grimmer had an outstanding season in the top spot. He won the first meeting with Anoka in straight set, but he has hands full this time around. Good volleys play on both sides of the net. Grimmer will get the point, but beat 1-6, 2-6. Pressure mounting on the home team. The rest of the singles need to sweep up to keep the season alive. Another good long volley. Great thought by Alex Fish to drop the shot over the net. Opponent can't recover. Fish swims to the 6-2, 7-6 win. Andrew Agueros court a third singles. Great awareness, control at this point, moving his opponent around and getting the kill. Argeros breezes to a 6-0, 6-1 win. It would all come down to the 4 singles with all other matches over and the teams tied at 3. The Cardinals lost a lot of 4-3 matches this year, but not this time. Gerald Musloff doesn't sweat the pressure. He perseveres. He wins 6-4, 6-2, and the Cardinals go on to the semis with a 4-3 victory. Finally, nice to get one of those 4-3 wins.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've lost so many. I think that five matches this year that they've been on the wrong side of a 4-3 score. This time they're on the right one. Those matches actually took place this morning. We did not get results for you. We want to keep you in suspense for next week's Sports Night. We'll reveal what happened. In between rounds 1 and 2 of the team tournament was the individual tournament. Jared Mulsel eliminated in the first round with a 1-6, 1-6 loss to Morrell of Elk River. Alex Fish had the number 7 seed. He did hold to that and win, beating the number 10 seed in the first round, but lost to the number 2 seed, 1-6, 1-6. Nate Bai and Andrew Argeros, number 7 seed. They win, but then lose in an upset to number 10 out of Anoka, 2-6, 6-4, 3-6. Aaron Bauer and Drew Grimmer, the number 1 seed in the tournament. They beat Johnson and Hanson. They beat O'Connell and Chuba. They beat Humphrey and Haitala. They lost, however, to the number 2 seed, Palin and Mateo of Grand Rapids, and Mateo Garzini of Grand Rapids. And then in the semifinal, or in the true second match, they lost to Creelman and Hermanson, the other Elk River duo. And unfortunately, they will not be going to the state tournament.
Yeah, unfortunate circumstance nonetheless, but a good season for all the players.
19 wins as a team, and hopefully still going. We're going to keep. Oh, I'm in suspense. I've got to tune in next week to find out if they beat Elk River.
Hopefully you can make it. Otherwise, you can record it.
Remember, they lost to Elk River. That's one of those 4-3 scores.
Yep, they did.
Could easily have gone the other way today.
Payback.
Tune in next week. Track and field teams will compete in the Section 5 AA championships Wednesday and Friday at Hamlin University. Last week, they were at Iredale High School for the conference championships. Northwest Suburban Meet was held Tuesday and Thursday. We were able to get a camera over to catch up with some of the Cardinals in action on the second day of the tournament. Start with Alex Brovic on the high jump. The senior clears the bar at 5'6". It's good enough for 20th place. Blaine's Kyle Hockert, by the way, tied the meet record at 6'10". No surprise to find Callie Harris in the hurdles finals. In the 100, Harris finishes third in 15:56. She would also take first in the 300-meter hurdles. Brielle Clark had a great meet. The senior sprinter has had an outstanding season. Definitely one to watch at the section meet. Clark winning the 100-meter dash here in 12.48 seconds. Just one of her 3 podium finishes. There she is, all smiles.
As well she should be.
The podium. And as I mentioned, Callie Harris got to the top of the podium for the 300-meter hurdles. Brielle was there again for the 200-meter dash. Kalena Verdict, first place in the pole vault, 9 foot 10 inches. Brielle finished third in the high jump. Kalena Verdict, fifth place in the long jump and ninth place in the triple jump. Cardinals as a team finished fifth. The boys, 14th place finish, 9 points as a team. Josh Tabla, the only top 5 finisher, got 4th place in the triple jump. A good solid jump at 42 foot 11 inches. Thomas Silla was 7th place in the 200-meter dash, 14th place for Paul Breitbach in the 2-mile run, and Spencer Howe was 14th in the pole vault in 10 foot and 6 inches. As I mentioned, section tournament at Hamlin this week, Wednesday and Friday. Saturday of next week, Hamlin will also host the state championships. Golf team had a couple of matches to complete the regular season with the Northwest Suburban teams. First at Victory Links, Cardinals finished 12th with a .334, their best score to date. Tyler Hess, a 77 to lead the way. Jeremy Howells had an 81. Alec Erickson an 87. Tyler Getz an 89. Luke Medved an 94. And Josh Whelan finished with a 101. Then they went to Loggers Trail, where the Cardinals again finished in 12th place. A much higher score, but higher scores all the way around on a little bit tougher course. Tyler Getz had the team low with an 86. Travis Hess just 1 stroke behind him. Josh Whelan broke the 3 digits, got a 96.
Nice.
A 102 for Luke Medved and a 113 for Jeremy Howells.
Okay, it's my turn, right? Well, the Cardinals back to their home course last week, Thursday, for the biggest meet of the year so far, the Northwest Suburban Conference Championships. Coon Rapids is realistic. They didn't walk into the first tee thinking that they were going to take the title. They just wanted to keep improving their scores and hope they could sneak ahead of some of the others. Josh Weiland showing off a strong start off the tee. The Cardinals hoping to factor into the team score. He had a decent day. He can't quite crack the top 4. He finishes with a round of 92. Alec Erickson had a great front half, shooting a 2 over 38. Unfortunately, struggled coming back with a 47 on the back 9. He finishes in a total of 87. Luke Medved with a pitch and run, trying to save par. Nice soft landing. He gets it close. Maybe not as close as he would like, but it's close enough. He hits the pretty putt on his way to a 93 for the day. Tyler Getz was the Cardinals' leader. Disappointing miss here, but he's going to tap it in on his way to a team low 78. Jeremy Howells can struggle a bit. He gets one memorable shot caught on tape. Taps the pin on this chip, but Howells got to the clubhouse with a 95 on his scorecard. Finally, Travis Hess. Going tee to green on a short par 3, Hess was consistent, 41 on both sides. Gets back to the clubhouse with an 82, a 339, solid team score, and the Cardinals able to slip past a couple up into 9th place overall.
Yeah,
their
best finish
Yep.
As a team against their conference opponents all year.
Yep.
And this is the best time to have it.
No question.
Nice thing is they're playing well on their home course, and their home course also happens to be host to the section tournament.
It's always
5
nice.
AAA tournament starts at Bunker on Wednesday of this week, and we will have all of those updates, of course, for you next week on Sportsnight. Girls golf team actually competing in their section tournament earlier today. You have to tune in next week to get their scores. Like that suspenseful theme we got going on. But hey, you don't have to wait to hear about a Cardinal win. They beat Centennial in the regular season finale, shooting a 194. Breaking the 200 barrier was a big step for this Cardinals team. Allie McDonald leading the way with a 46. Ellie Carver and Rachel Bassett each shot 50. Belle Wynn had a 49. Belle Wynn had a 50. Maddie Georgia 52, and Nicole Bassett was in with a 59. And that win over Centennial, a great way to finish the regular season. The Cardinals wanted more going into the conference tournament. They were coming off their best score of the year. They wanted to keep it up, especially with this being their last official trip around Bunker Hills this spring, the gem of Coon Rapids. We start with Abby Olson, all business as she takes to the court. She shot a 61 on the front, a 68 on the back. finishes with a 129. Belle Wynn has shown steady improvement all season. Great bump and run to give herself a makeable putt. She is going to be able to clean up from there. Wynn played a better back nine after a shaky start, finishes with a 102. Allie McDonald has been the Cardinals' leader, but unfortunately couldn't find her game on this round. She shot a 64 on the front and ended with a 123 for the day. Tap it home there. Maddie Georgie, another that has progressed rapidly through the season, leaves this putt a bit short, but still factors into the team score, finishing with a 110. Rachel Bissett would shoot the team low for the Cardinals at the conference meet. She shot a 47 on the front, 48 on her way back home. And she gets to the clubhouse with a 95. And she had company. Ellie Carver also put up a 95 for the day. The Cardinals shoot a 402 as a team and finish in 10th place. Both teams making some moves in the conference tournament and playing well at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you want to play well at the end. You want to continue to improve your score, but especially at the end of the season, no question.
Yeah, Section 5 3A play started for the Lady Cardinals at North Fork today. We'll have those results for you next week on Sports Night. Boys lacrosse team is actually starting their section tournament this evening while we sit here bringing you the latest in Cardinal sports. To close out the season, a rough stretch. Cardinals lose to Irondale 16-2. They wish it had been the other way, but no. It was 16-3 the final score here. Tommy Carls had a pair of goals. Josiah Taylor also scored for the Cardinals. Boyer made 17 saves, gave up 16 goals. On the 22nd, the Cardinals lose to Elk River 16-2. Davis and Taylor had the goals. Boyer had 14 saves. On the 23rd, this was like Monday, Tuesday. They lost to Armstrong 17-0. Boyer had 7 saves. The Cardinals hapless in that one.
Tough one. Well, the Cardinals were right back in it on Wednesday night. Their third game in as many days. They had to face undefeated conference leader Maple Grove. The Crimson came in with a high-powered offense that had only been held to a single digits in 3 games this season, in a defense that hadn't allowed double digits all year long. Maple Grove left little question when this one started. They grabbed possession, rarely shared. Jack Dugan starts the scoring coming out of the corner. And it was just that, a start. Still in the first quarter, Brennan Davison pays a price for getting to a good spot. He also recaps the reward with reaps.
The reward.
Yeah, thank you. With the Crimson up 5-0 at that point. Cardinals able to get on the board before the half. Caden Anderson spinning the contact, finding the back of the net from long range. Still Crimson lead by 10. Coon Rapids trying to chip away at some more before the break. Tommy Carls behind the net finds Josiah Taylor with space. He scores to make it 13-2. But the Crimson machine is just too powerful. Watch the passing on this play. Great movement and the finish out front by Nathan Kaser. 15-2 at this point. Maple Grove coasts to a 20-2 win.
Reap
the
rewards.
Yeah, I haven't even read it yet.
I know.
I was just handed to me.
There was a last-minute change. That was supposed to be my read. That's why I wrote it. Such a great line. But hey, Cardinals did wrap up the regular season by playing Ricori, a little non-conference action. They lose to Ricori 17-7. Josiah Taylor had 4 goals. Caden Anderson 2, and Tommy Carls had the final 1. Cardinals, the number 12 seed in the play-in round tonight, facing number 5 Centennial. The winner moves on to take on Irondale on Thursday. We'll look at the bottom half of the brackets. Playing the number 2 seed will get the winner of Spring Lake Park and Grand Rapids, and over the number 3 seed will get the winner of Hermantown Proctor and Forest Lake. We are hoping to bring you some action. We will bring you girls lacrosse, their quarterfinal round. The Cardinals, we got to talk about the girls.
We do.
Here I was ready to get out.
You already
We ran out of video. I was ready to get out. Let's talk about the girls team. They beat up on Irondale 15-5 on the 16th last time we did a show here, and improved their record to 8-4. Then they pummeled Ricori 18-8 on Friday the 19th. Jordan Keller had 4 goals, 2 assists in that one. Unfortunately, they lose a tight one to Elk River 9-8. And then they lost to Maple Grove in the season finale, 16-9. Jordan Keller, again, with 4 goals and 2 assists in that contest. All right, here is the girls lacrosse bracket. The Cardinals are the number 4 seed. They will host a quarterfinal matchup against the winner of Anoka and Grand Rapids. Anoka and Grand Rapids playing this evening to determine who will be playing. Forest Lake and Hermantown also playing in the play-in round to face Centennial, and over in Irondale, their winner moves on to play Champlain Park. So we will see the girls team on Thursday, a chance to advance, and hopefully maybe get a little momentum going into the playoffs.
It certainly would be nice. Certainly, probably more losses than Coach DeJoy wanted to see, obviously. But
no question.
But if they get the momentum going forward, anything happens.
The Cardinals have enjoyed a great deal of success during the regular season through their first 8 years of existence.
Correct.
But have always come up short in the playoffs. How about this is the year
that
they came up short during the regular season, but find a lot of success in the post?
Love to see it. Just love to see that.
We certainly hope so. And we hope to see some baseball at CHS Field on Friday. That's what we hope to bring you. Thursday night, we will have girls lacrosse. That will premiere here at midnight. And should the boys win on Wednesday, we will have a baseball game from CHS Field on Friday night. But that's going to do it for this edition of Sports Night. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.